What's up, YouTube? I'm back. I know it's been a long time since I last uploaded, but I'm going to try and upload more consistently for you guys now. I'm going to bring you some different deck profiles coming later in the week. But for now, I'm going to give you a deck profile of my prediction Princess Shaddolls. I took regular Shaddolls to locals yesterday, and I ended up going X1. I got 3rd place with my only loss to the actual guy who won. And I lost him in game 3, but it was a really good match. So without further ado, I'm going to show you guys this deck. I put it together recently. It's really good. It can pull off some crazy combos. So I'm going to go ahead and show it off for you guys. So for starters, you play 3 of the Ritual Monster. Don't know her name. Taro Trey, I guess. I don't know. Its effect is fantastic. So it has 3 effects. The first one is during the end phase, you can special summon 1 flip monster from your hand or graveyard face down, which is why it's so good in Shaddolls, because it gives you access to any Shaddoll monster you want already set, including beasts, so you don't have to tribute for beasts. And then its other effect is, during either player's turn, you can set 1 face-up monster, or you can flip up 1 face-up monster to attack position. So this card's just fantastic. It just opens up so many plays. And with 3 Hedgehog in the deck, even if you don't see a fusion, as long as you have this out, you can get your fusions immediately as long as you have this monster. So it's just fantastic. Plus, it's a light target for Construct. And then we play 3 Koinorma. Sorry if I mispronounce it, guys. It's like I've never even played these before today, but I mean, I already know the synergy with the Shaddolls is really good. So yeah, I played 3 of these. Its effect is, when it's flipped, you can special summon 1 level 3 or higher flip monster from your hand or deck face down on the field. So this card gives you access to everything but Falco. So you can set this, your opponent attacks into it, and then immediately set a Hedgehog to search for your fusion spells. So this card is really fucking good. So yeah. So now onto the Shaddolls. I play 3 Beasts. Only reason I play 3 Beasts, because I usually play 2 in every other build of Shaddolls that I play. The reason I play 3 Beasts in this is just that since the Ritual Monster can only special summon a beast, a flip monster from your hand or graveyard, sometimes you want to see beast. You need to see beasts in your hand so that you have access to set it with the Ritual Monster, and therefore this beast allows you to deck them to the deck to get to the cards you need. So that's why I play 3. But in any other build of Shaddolls, I just play 2 because 3 will clog, but not with this build, because you can also use them as tribute fodder for the Prediction Princess ritual spell that allows you to summon them, and then you'll get to plus off the beast. So yeah, 3 beasts works really well in this deck. And then we play 3 Hedgehog. A lot of people don't even play more than 1, but I think that's ridiculous. This card lets you see your fusion spells. It lets you get your El Shaddoll fusion and your Shaddoll fusion. And then with the ability to set this card from the Koinorma, it's just broken, really. So yeah, I play 3 Hedgehog. I play 2 Dragon. I usually only play 1, but the same thing with Koinorma. It lets you, it lets you set the Dragon from deck. So yeah, that's really about it, because you can set the Dragon from deck and then just bounce any problem cards, such as a Concealer Diamond or any real problem cards. And then I play 2 Squamata. I usually play 3 of these, but like I said, it's just a different build, so I've been testing it out. I think 2 Squamata works perfectly in this build because you're not trying to run too many monsters. So yeah, that's a 2 Squamata. And then only 2 Falco. Again, I usually play 3 Falco. But since you can't, this is the only Shaddoll that you can't special from deck with Koinorma. That's why you don't really need 3. The 2 works fine, especially because you can recycle them with the ritual spell. So that's it for the Shaddolls. And then for other monsters, I play 3 Manju. I think there's one's under the Falco. Yeah. So play 3 Manju. No Senju, because you only have 6 targets, and there are 3 monsters and 3 spells. So if you're gonna play 3 Manju, 3 Senju, it's just gonna clog. 3 Manju works perfectly because most of the time you're either gonna have the ritual spell or the monster in hand. So you're just gonna summon this to search for it. And most of the times you don't even need this monster. You're either going to use it as a light target to go in a construct, or you're going to tribute it for the ritual spell. But since it's a level 4, you usually don't have a lot of access to level 4 XCs and Shaddolls. But with the 3 Manjus, you have access to them, so I really like it. So yeah, 3 Manjus perfectly, no need for Senju. And then we play just 2 Mathematician, 3 Clogs, Plus, you have a lot of normal summons in this deck, so you don't really need 3. 2 works perfectly. 1 glow bulb. This card's fantastic with the rituals because it gives you access to the Herald of Pure Light, the Herald of Arc Light, excuse me. And once you have this, you contribute to negate anything really. Like you contribute to negate their scout, and they won't go to their extra deck, or their Raigekis. Any problem that you contribute to negate it, or you could actually XCs with this, and then when you detach as a material, you'll still get to search. So that's why Glow Bulb is really good in this deck. I really enjoy it. And for the last monster, 1 BLS because it's the best card in the game. That's it for the monsters. It's a pretty hefty monster count, but I think it works perfectly. Onto the spells, you play 3 Prediction Ritual to summon your Ritual monster. I also really like that you can banish this card from your graveyard to search Prediction Princess monster. Most of the time you're just going to search for another Ritual monster, but in the cases where you're down in resources, you can just banish it to search the Koinorma, and the Koinorma gets you access to the whole deck. So this card's really good. And then for your Shaddoll fusions, I play 2 Shaddoll fusion, and I play 3 L Shaddoll fusion. I never find myself needing the 3rd Shaddoll fusion. That's why you play 3 Hedgehogs, so you can just search whatever you need. So I like this ratio. The 5 is fine. Even in regular Shaddolls, I just play the 5. And then to round out the spells, 1 Book of Moon and 1 Raigeki staples. And lastly, for the traps, I play 5 traps. I play 2 Shaddoll Core. I know what you guys might be thinking, 2's too much, but the thing is, it's a level 9. So you can just tribute the Shaddoll Core for your Ritual monster, and then use Shaddoll Core to add back an El Shaddoll or Shaddoll Fusion and get your plays going. So that's why 2's really good in this deck, just because it can be the 1 card tribute for the Ritual monster. So yeah, 2's perfect. Play 2 Call. The reason I play these is that you don't actually need to Ritual summon the Ritual monster first before summoning. It doesn't have a summoning condition like that. So essentially, you can just El Shaddoll Fusion to send this and a Shaddoll monster to go into your construct, and then you can actually call this monster. So that's why Call of the Haunted works really well in this deck. So yeah, I really like it. And the Lone Vanities because it's the best card in the game. So that's it for the main deck. I'll go ahead and show you guys the extra deck now. So I play Standard, Triple Construct. It's your boss monster, and you have a lot of light targets in the deck. Standard. 2 Winda. I play 3 in core Shaddolls, but your goal you need room in the extra deck for your level 4 XYZs, and 2 is alright. It's not, sometimes you might want the 3rd, but with the Ritual monster being as good as it is, sometimes you don't even need the 3rd. Most of the times you're going to be going to into construct in this deck anyways. So yeah, just 2 Winda. 1 Shekinaga. Another thing, I play 2, but just couldn't find the room for the 2nd in the extra deck. 1 Water Doll because it's easier to go into it since you have 2 core instead of 1, and you need to play it. 1 Star Eater. It's so easy to go into this card in this deck. You have 5 level 9 monsters, and then Falco, so it's fantastic, and it's your towers out, so it's really easy to get out. 1 Leo because self-explanatory. 1 Arcanite, self-explanatory. 1 Goyo. The Herald of the Arclight, like I said before, this card is tremendous in this deck. It's so good. And then I play 1 Exiton because, it's probably the best XYZ in the game. This is supposed to be a Diamond Crab King. I'm actually getting that later in the week. But for now, I just have this. This isn't bad either, but you need more towers out. And lastly, one of my personal favorite XYZ, Diamond Direwolf. This card is your out to Floodgates. I know technically you can use this, but I'm a big fan of Diamond Dire. So yeah, Diamond Dire is really good. And that's it for the extra deck. For the side deck, it's still a work in progress, but I'll show you what I have now. 1 Thunder King. I don't main deck it because you do a lot of searching in this deck with the Manjus and stuff like that. So it's fantastic, but it's alright in the side deck for now. You don't need it in the main. This is more of a locals choice. Meta Call, 3 DD Crow. A lot of Satellars at my locals. Some mirror matches, some more Shaddolls, and some Necros. So it's just really good. Obviously, I wouldn't play this at like a major tournament, but it's just more of a meta call at my locals. But I really like it. It's really good there. And then we got the Triple Max C. Self-explanatory. A lot of decks special summon. At the least, it's a 1-for-1, and that's never too bad either. I play 3 Lancia. A lot of Ritual Beasts and some Infernoids at my locals, so you gotta play it. And obviously against Necros as well. It's really good against Necros. And then 3 MST because Cleafort our bitch, and Shadow Imprisoning Mirror hurt you a lot. Even though in this deck it doesn't hurt you as much because you have so many light monsters that you're working with, but still it just slows you down so much. And lastly, just 2 Fairy Winds once again for the Shadow Mirrors. Any other problem cards really? So yeah, I don't play Mistake in this build. Like I said, you, stopping searching hurts yourself as well. So yeah, I mean, I'd obviously play Mistake in the regular build. I usually do. I play 3, but with this build, you're gonna be doing a lot of searching with the Manjus, and then plus the Prediction Princess ritual spell lets you search as well. So that's why you don't really want them, and with the Hedgehog. But the deck's fun. The deck's fun. I definitely recommend you guys to play it out. It's really consistent, and you can do some serious combos with this deck. The OTK potential is really strong in this deck. Thank you guys, and once again, I'll be uploading a couple deck profiles later in the week. So see you guys then. Thanks.